Akabo Wa'akatu. What's up, fam? This is Daku, and today I want to share with you how to go about germinating your own seeds. This is a very cheap and easy, very inexpensive way to germinate your seeds. We do it all the time. We have many seeds here in the germination room, or over in our germination stations, if you will. But today we have, according to the package, organic sweet basil. Now, if you've been paying attention, you'll know that just because it's USDA organic does not mean necessarily that it's non-GMO. But from a revolutionary independence perspective, it's important that we produce food for ourselves and our own people, and our children especially. It's important that we cease and desist depending on friends or enemies that are outside of our community to produce our food for us. So let's go on over to the germination station and we'll show you how to germinate these seeds. So the items you're going to need to germinate your seeds are some aluminum foil, an empty container that you can get out the garbage, you don't have to pay for that. You need some small pots. These we got 10 for $1 at the dollar store. You're going to need your organic seeds or your non-GMO seeds, preferably if you can find them. You're going to need some spring water. We like to use rainwater, but being winter, the rainwater that we have is frozen, so we're going to go ahead and use spring water or purified water. You'll need some tape. In this case, we got duct tape. You can also get this from the dollar store. You can use some scissors to make it easier, but you don't necessarily need scissors. And you need some potting mix, not garden soil, because we're going to grow these in pots. You need potting mix. So the first thing you want to do is fill your pots up about 3/4 of the way with the potting mix. Right now, we've got our soil in our pots. We want to go ahead and put our seeds in each pot. These seeds are very small, so form in the palm of your hand first. Separate them as much as possible. And you're going to put about 4 seeds in each pot. Any seeds you have left over, just put them back in the package. So you notice we didn't bury the seeds. We didn't put holes and bury the seeds. What we're going to do is take a light sprinkling of dirt. Yeah, you get to play in the dirt when you're gardening. Some of y'all like to do that when y'all were children. So this will take you back a little bit. Alright, so you just take a light sprinkling of potting mix and cover the seeds. See, I'm not using a whole lot. Maybe 1/4 of an inch at the most. A little more in that one. Okay. Now what you want to do with the water is pour the water in the base of your container. I'm going to save a little bit of the water because instead of firming the soil down with my hand, I'm going to use the water to firm it down. In fact, one other item that you kind of need, I think is best. You need a water bottle, a spray bottle. So we have enough pots here to fit in the base of this container. Put the pots inside your container. Spray your pots with the water. By spraying it, you don't displace the seeds. If I was to pour this water in the pot directly, then the seeds would be displaced, which isn't really a problem because in nature they get displaced. You don't have to have a perfect setting of seeds for them to come up. So we got this container, because y'all see it says party mix. Don't want y'all to think that's my diet. We got this container from the center up the street. It was part of their garbage. So just because you see somebody digging in the garbage don't mean they're a bum. And even if they are a bum, that doesn't mean that they're less than you, because they are very creative when it comes to survival. Your way of surviving generally is calling on your enemy for everything that you need. All right. So those are well watered. Now we're going to take our aluminum foil and we're going to wrap the container in the aluminum foil. But you're not going to wrap it completely. You want the shiny side of your aluminum foil to face the plants or the containers where the plants will be. You just need enough to cover the container. Alright. So I just guesstimated on that. Y'all can tell I'm not an artist. So what you want to do is cover most of the pot, but not the bottom. Because on the bottom of the pot, you need to be able to see the water level. When that water evaporates, if it evaporates, you're going to need to put more water in it. Y'all bear with me. Y'all can tell I didn't do good in kindergarten. All right. So I'm just going to use the tape to secure it. It's not that serious. The goal is to germinate the seeds, not to win an arts and crafts contest. All right, so now it's kind of secure in place. You can fold the aluminum foil down into the top of the pot. But you don't want the aluminum foil to touch your plants if you have a more shallow container. So this is how your container should look. I'll give y'all a closer look. Hope y'all can see that. All right, you got the water in the bottom. You got your pots inside. Now, in order to germinate these seeds, you see I have a lamp here. Forgot to tell you, you will need a lamp. You simply take the lamp, face it down in the container, turn it on, and leave it on. About 3 days later, these will come up. Now I'll show you some of the seeds that we germinated just like this using different containers, because we don't always have access to this type of container. We tell you that we dumpster dive, not really, but we aren't opposed to looking in the trash that's around if it's on the top of the trash and going to get free containers. But I'm going to show you one such container that we germinated our seeds. It's a different container. We had different pots and different material, but it's the same concept. These particular seeds that we planted were our zucchini, summer squash. And you can see they came up. Hopefully you can see that. We got a few of them that came up already. And it's been about 4 days. So we'll put that back. So that's how you germinate your seeds. I hope this has been helpful. Remember, from the perspective of independence, it's important that we produce and grow the food that we're going to feed to our people. It's important that we do not depend on those we may consider friends or enemies to produce our food. This has been Daku Akabo Akatu. So we just wanted to give you a bird's eye view of our germination container. You have your lamp, take that up, and you have your plants, what will be plants on the inside. The aluminum foil helps to reflect the light, so it enhances the light inside of the container. So you really only need a 60-watt fluorescent light bulb that you can leave on all day and all night. Doesn't use that much energy.